Hey everyone, today's lesson is going to be over root systems and plant system interactions. So, our learning objective is we're going to describe the interactions that occur among systems that perform the functions of transport. So, first, we're going to cover what the root systems are. So, in the last lesson, we talked about shoot systems, which is everything above ground. Well, the roots are everything that's below ground, basically. So, the primary purpose of roots is to both anchor the plant and to obtain nutrients and water from the soil. So, without being able to anchor the plant, then the wind and other things could blow the plant around, and those nutrients, which are normally found in the soil, are going to be taken up by the roots. So some roots are also useful for storage of food and water. Um, if you didn't know, a potato is actually a root, and it is a storage of food. So roots are actually very, very diverse. But the main purpose, like I said, that we're looking at is to anchor the plant and to obtain nutrients from the soil. So on a root, you have root hairs that extend off of each root, and it provides an even greater surface area for taking up water and nutrients. If I look at this root right here, you can see all of these little root hairs off to the side. And so that enables this root in order to be able to have more space to take up these water and nutrients. So the more water and nutrients that it can reach and get, and that probably means the bigger that the plant and stronger that the plant can actually be. If you only have this one root that's taking up all of the water and nutrients, you're not going to be able to take up quite as much as the plant may need. So there are some plant system interactions that we should know about. So in nutrient absorption, you have nutrients that are absorbed in the root system and then are transported up to the shoot system. So this is what's happening in both the xylem and phloem systems. So a lot of those nutrients and waters are taken up down here. You can see in the roots, and you can see all of these little root hairs. All of the different nutrients and things that they need are being taken up in the root hairs, and then that's going to work its way up in the xylem and phloem up to the leaves, where that's actually going to be utilized for the different functions that leaves possibly have, which is normally photosynthesis. So photosynthesis takes place in the mesophyll cells of a leaf. So once glucose is produced, which is our final sugar that's normally produced in photosynthesis, then it can be moved down through the plant, down through the phloem to the rest of the plant. Now, the stem and the roots also need some sort of energy, and so this glucose can't just completely stay here in the leaves. Some of it's going to have to work its way back down as well. And now the last thing we're going to look at is some of the similarities that plant systems can have to animal systems. And so this is something that you're going to have to know for the STAR exam. And it is kind of a weird topic, but something that we're still going to look at. So many plant systems have corresponding animal systems that serve similar functions. And that's what we're going to look at here real quick. So, for example, our root systems absorb the water and nutrients from the surrounding soil. So, what do you think might be the animal system that serves a similar function? Well, the answer would be the digestive system. So, the digestive system is what we use as animals in order to be able to absorb nutrients and water. We break it down, and then our small intestine is what is actually being able to absorb it. So, the digestive system in humans or animals is very similar to the root system of a plant. We also have the xylem and phloem are used to transport water and nutrients. So, what animal system do you think might serve a very similar function? So the answer for this one would be the circulatory system. So the circulatory system is what moves all waste products and or oxygen around the body in order for us to be able to transport those water and nutrients. So the xylem and phloem is very similar to how the circulatory system works within animals. And then another one is the stoma and guard cells, which are the parts that make up a leaf, help regulate gas exchange. So what animal system do you think that could represent? Well, the answer would be the respiratory system. So, because we know that the respiratory system is useful in exchanging oxygen and carbon dioxide, same thing that the stoma and guard cells do in leaves. So, that's all that I have for you today, and go explore further.